should ask you if you have any videos like you look at, or like you have recently watched. Do you like? You're not a social media user, right?
Not really, no.
No. See, I
No.
think that's awesome.
I mean, I am, but I don't like post anything.
Right.
Like I watch. Like
Okay. So yeah. So you
yeah,
watch videos and
yeah.
crap like that. Okay. What do you watch?
I like. Have you ever watched the YouTube channel, The Outdoor Boys? I just started really getting into that.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
like
Oh,
goes
that's pretty good.
camping and stuff like that
Yeah.
with his boys. I think that's super
Yeah.
cool.
That's a good one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Full name?
My name is Grant Bradbury.
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna ask if you want full name, but yeah, that
Oh
works.
yeah,
Yeah, Grant, I appreciate you joining, man. Appreciate
sweet.
it.
Oh, happy to be here.
Yeah. So you asked what got me into this, and you did.
Yeah.
So we were whatever party it was at, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Um, and you were talking about your job and your training and everything like that. And I think I told you something to the effect of, I want to do a podcast and I want to have you on it. So yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Here it is. That was like a year ago. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
about a year
It
ago.
was
Yeah.
a while ago.
Yeah, it was wild. Yep. I'm going to turn you up just a tiny bit there. There we go. That's good.
That's better.
That's good. So yeah, you are a firefighter. Can you tell where, or do we keep that?
No, I can. I'm a firefighter for City Buckeye.
Okay.
I've been there about 4 years.
4 years.
And then before that, I used to work in Rio Verde Fire District, which is like east of Scottsdale.
Oh, okay.
So it's way out there. It's like totally opposite of where I am now.
So Rio Verde compared to Buckeye, similar?
Totally different.
Okay.
Um,
What'd you do in Rio Verde?
So I was a firefighter in Rio Verde, but I was a reserve firefighter. So they run
Oh,
a little
okay.
different out there. So if people call it sick and stuff, instead of
Right.
overtiming, they have someone else work the shift.
Oh.
But I would work full-time hours, so I was out there all the time.
All the time, sure.
But there's no stores out there.
Okay.
It's just a retirement community, big retirement community.
See, that's what I remember because I used to deliver out there like way back when I worked for whatever, truck company.
Yeah.
I deliver out there, and Rio Verde was a ways out there, but
It's a ways out
definitely
there.
a retirement community. Yeah.
In a rich retirement community. It's
Dude, I got
very nice houses.
Yeah, I got buzzed by a helicopter on that drive out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's a little weird, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some big money out there. They have those big horse ranches
Yeah.
out there too that are
Yeah.
really, really nice.
It was crazy. That's a good area. So what'd you do out there? Just kind of.
So I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to do. Like,
Yeah,
there
right.
wasn't a store. We didn't go shopping.
So it's pretty slow.
It was a very slow
Okay.
department. Like we'd run.
Is that like a retirement type of a job?
A lot of guys are older, but I mean, they're getting bigger now. But back then, like it was, I don't know,
sure,
like 24 to 48 hours, you run like 2 or 3 calls.
Oh wow.
So it was like not very, and that was me. Like there was a lot of times you go out there for like, I think I went out there one time for 3 days and I didn't run a single call.
No kidding.
Yeah.
As compared to Buckeye, and what are you doing now?
It depends on the station.
You rotate stations, or
we can. So we have 7 stations. So
okay.
You have your bid location where you're normally at, but they can move
That's
you
right.
around wherever in the city. So, but sometimes you run like the busiest I've been in 24 hours was like 20 calls.
Oh wow.
So like,
I mean, that keeps you. How long is a call? Like average? I assume like you guys have average.
Yeah, depending.
Handle times.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I'd say like 20 to maybe 30 minutes for like a normal
sure.
EMS call.
Yeah.
Some calls are super long though. Like one time we had a day where it was like I think we ran 4 or 5 calls, but we were up for 36 hours. They were just really, really long calls. So
yeah,
but
that's
it kind of
interesting.
varies. So,
like you roll up on like, or you get called out to like a big accident scene or whatever, like multi car or whatever. That's got to take a while, right?
So sometimes those ones are actually pretty quick.
Really?
Because a lot of times, like with like traumas and stuff like that, like people in car accidents, like the golden rule is like 10 minutes.
Okay.
You want to be on scene. So like what they really need is to be to the hospital.
I'm sorry, 10 minutes?
So like for a trauma patient, you want to have them like packed, stabilized, or just packed and loaded in an ambulance in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because
yeah, that makes sense.
Ultimately, what they need is like a surgeon. So
right.
We can't do that.
Yeah,
so,
get them there as fast as possible. Sure.
So we're like, we got to go.
Yeah. Go hang out with my sister.
Sometimes it gets longer when it's like hazmat and stuff like that, or
sure.
Like it takes a lot longer. Those are really slow.
What's an example of a hazmat situation you deal with, or not like that you've dealt with, like, but what could you see out there?
So like hazmat stuff, like we have a special team that deals with the really bad stuff, but be like fuel spills or acid or chemical leaks.
Oh, fuel spills, sure, okay.
Or like we go on natural gas leaks a lot. So
Like
like,
somebody smells gas and they're like, hey.
or like construction crews will break a pipe.
Oh, sure.
So
Yeah,
that
that
takes
makes
a
sense.
long time because you have to clamp it, and it's a whole big deal.
Now, do you guys have to do it or do you work with them or?
It depends. So like, they have to be a hazmat team that does it. So we
Okay.
have one truck that's a hazmat team, and if it's a
Oh,
little
that's
pipe, they
interesting.
can clamp it. If it's like a plastic pipe, but if it's a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
one, Southwest Gas comes in and they have to dig it
Gotcha.
out. It's a big old thing.
Right. And you guys kind of provide like a emergency oversight type
Yeah, we
thing.
have like a hose line on the ground and
Yeah.
just watch them do it.
That makes sense. Huh.
That stuff's scary. I don't like natural gas is
That's
pretty low.
scary. Yeah. That's
It's
scary stuff.
super pressurized.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it sounds like a jet engine when it's like
Okay. So do you do training for that then or
yeah, yeah.
what's that
So
like?
for us, like for me, like I'm not a hazmat tech. I have some training in it, but I'm not like certified in it.
Like
So
the
like
basic training
it's
that they have
basically
to, or
what
you have to take?
what we're trained in is like we have a book, so we identify what the like hazard could be,
Oh, okay.
and
Sure.
then the book will tell us like how far to like isolate. So
Hmm.
you see like the placards on side of trucks and stuff.
Right.
We'll read that placard and it'll tell us, but like you gotta isolate 400 meters away.
Oh,
So
sure.
then you make a perimeter, and then we wait for
That's not bad.
the smart
Okay.
people to get there, and then they deal with it.
All right. So you've been firefighter for 4 years, you said?
4 years for Buckeye. I think like five and a half total.
And you went through the academy.
hmm
What was the academy like?
It's the most fun 14 weeks that you never want to do again. It's a lot of fun, but
All right.
it is terrible though. Like because I went through the summer academy and it was miserable. Like
Oh, and yeah.
it was
Oh, man,
so
that's
like
hot.
we
Good grief.
we would show up there at like 4:20 every morning.
Yeah.
So I'd wake up at like 3, and then so you get everything prepped for the day, and
Okay.
then basically you would raise the flag, you salute the flag,
Yeah.
ring the bell, and your day starts at 6. And then it's hit the boots running for 10,
Right,
12,
right.
10, 12 hours, and then
That's
start it back
interesting.
over again. I lost a ton of weight.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would come home, I'd eat a dinner,
Well,
I would shower, and eat a second dinner, and then I go to sleep.
and you still lost a grip of weight.
Like 20 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. You staying pretty healthy?
Yeah,
I mean, you look like you're in shape.
I try to.
Huh?
I mean, it's definitely not the academy shape that I was in, but I mean,
Yeah.
we work out when we're at the station, and
Yeah, so you guys have like a workout gym or something there?
yeah, so every station has like a gym that they can work out in, and then like we do workouts in our gear and stuff to kind of stay acclimated to it. So
Oh, that's a good idea, yeah.
usually everyone's like an hour a day,
Okay.
like at the station.
What's a workout? Like what do you do?
Some guys are different. Like some guys
Like you're in, you're out, like
yeah, so
full
like full gear. We go on air,
smokes.
so we'll do like
On air too.
functional stuff. So we'll do like you're just basically dragging like a 4-inch supply hose, like with no water in it.
Okay.
Like 150 feet of it, you like drag it out.
How heavy is that?
A couple 100 pounds. Maybe.
Holy smokes!
But you're dragging it out, so it's not a couple 100 pounds total.
Right.
So
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
like drag it
Yeah.
out, and then once you get to the end, you pull it hand over hand in, go back.
Right.
And then you do like semi tires. We'll drag those
Okay.
across the apron, like sledge hits, and then we have a door. It's called a force entry door, so we'll practice on that.
Okay.
So you can like break doors open. What else do we do? Like tire flips.
Tire flips?
Like big tractor tires and stuff. So
Okay.
do that. Sleds. And then we do like usually crews like do like a save your own. So you like practice like
Oh yeah, like dragging them out.
dragging your own guy out or
Yeah.
something like that, or like packaging them up. So
Right. Packaging. What does that mean?
so like packaging is like do you find someone and like before you want to start pulling them out, you want to like package them up. So like you take their strap and you put a strap to their legs so you can grab their bottle and it doesn't fall off.
Gotcha.
So you like kind of get them ready to go, especially if you're going a long ways.
Right.
You want to make sure everything's all tidied up.
That's pretty good.
So like because you do it, if we do it all the time when it's like dark and you can't see,
Yeah.
and like you could just do it with your eyes closed and you're ready to go.
All right. Here, do me a favor. Put that mic pull it out to you. There you go.
A little bit better?
Yeah,
There we
you're
go.
good. Yeah, you're much better now.
I know these
right.
wheels got me.
I know the wheels. I told you, man. Those are good wheels on that thing.
They are. Dude.
Okay, what's your favorite training you've taken?
My favorite was the technical rescue school. That was the most
technical.
fun.
Oh yeah, you told me about. Yeah. So tell us about it.
So technical rescue. So basically, you do like high angle rescue, steep angle, confined space, helicopter rescue, tower rescue, and trench rescue. So it's basically like rappelling. Like
Right.
we have a mountain, we have a Skyline Park in Buckeye. So basically, we do a lot of mountain rescues.
Oh yeah.
So you go up to them, you
Oh,
can either
especially this time of year.
you can put them in like a basket, carry them down, or you can rappel down with them,
Okay.
or use a helicopter to take them out. Or
Now, just so you know, when you say a helicopter rescue, I just imagine you're hanging on the thing and you just scoop them up.
I wish I don't get to do that. We have special guys that do that, but I don't get to do it. I want to go to that school, but it's so hard to get into.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Oh yeah, because everyone once they get it, they don't want to let go.
Really?
And I don't blame them because it's so cool.
What's the career in that? Like how long is the career in something like that?
So like they are like a tier 2 tech and they're a firefighter.
Oh yeah.
Already. So Phoenix Police has Firebird 10. So like Firebird 10 comes, picks them up, and then goes to where the patient is, and then lowers them in.
Oh, that's wild.
It's super cool.
Huh. But you can do, what is a tight, you said tight space?
So like confined space.
Or confined space, yeah. I know what tight spaces are, but.
Yeah. So like if someone falls into like a big tank is like an example, or we had one, it was 2 years ago, a guy fell down a 50-foot, or not 50, it was a 100-foot shaft.
Dang.
So it kind of turns into like a high angle rescue. So you rappel down, but you're also in a confined space, which like confined space.
Like how big is the well or whatever he was in? Like,
like about that.
Wow.
Like same dimensions on the other side.
That's crazy.
And confined space is like can be hazardous. So you wear like face piece and you have a supplied air hose when you go down.
Yeah, great.
And you're in a full suit. So
2 days out of the week I work here out of my home.
Yeah.
Very different working environments.
I love it. It's the best job on earth for sure.
It's got to be.
Oh, it's
man.
so much fun.
And I think I told you, but I almost went to like the academy.
Yeah.
Probably a couple different times in my life. And I don't know if I regret doing it or not. Like I think I've said on here a couple times, I don't regret anything I've done or haven't done. Otherwise I wouldn't be here now. But that definitely would have been fun. I think that would have been a neat career. I think
it is a lot of fun, and every day something new, right? Like we train in a bunch of stuff, but like everything we get is never cookie cutter.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You're just a problem solver. Like you try to figure out what's going on and what's the best case
what's
scenario.
The best, yeah.
And when you come home, you have to try to shut it off because you want to solve problems.
Okay,
like that.
So I have a question on that, right?
Yeah.
Because you've probably seen some pretty horrific shit.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not going to get into any of that.
No, that doesn't bother me.
How do you what techniques do they teach you?
Yeah. So, it used to be, there's a big culture change in the fire service right now. Like it used to be like, don't talk about it and you like bury it down. And it doesn't bother me.
A little different
like
now.
The tough guy thing. So, they give you tools like when you go through the academy now, like how to cope with it. And then there's a lot of like peer support groups, people you can go talk to, but everyone has their own what works. Like for me, like I just go and like talk to someone about it. Like especially with the guys, like a lot of times, like we have dark humor, right?
Yeah.
What you see, but you get in the truck and like you just start joking with each other,
right?
And like
you kind of shut it off,
kind of lighten the mood and stuff like that. And then we all hang out outside of work, so like we'll go golfing or like go drink beer. That's
helpful.
And then you're doing it with the guys that you work with, so it's like kind of like release that stress.
Yeah.
If you go home, it's just like it's on your mind.
Yeah.
So like kind of gets it out.
Yeah, that's true. It's got to be helpful. Somebody that also deals with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool.
And then like when you're talking about it, right? Like telling them like what happened. If you're telling someone that doesn't understand or is not in it, it's like it feels like you're putting the burden on them. Or
and they're like, "Oh my god,
like, oh my god, that's terrible." Like, no, that's not even the bad part.
Like,
no,
I'm not there yet. That's pretty funny. That's pretty interesting. I'm glad that they do that now, though. It's not such a, I don't know. You don't have to bottle that crap up. Yeah, that's a lot.
It is a lot, and it builds up. Like they call it like a backpack, and you just keep filling it with rocks, right? Like that's what they like to call it. But you start like getting out and talk about it, like after it happens. At least for me, that's what helps. If you don't talk about it, it kind of starts bottling up, and then
that's interesting. Yeah, and you can't bring that home to your family because that's a lot.
And I usually am pretty good about it, though. Like Ken is awesome about it. Like, like I'll be like, "Hey, it's been a rough day." She's like, "Okay," like do your thing.
Yeah, that's good.
So
I have rough days without all that. My rough days are different, though. Although, I mean, you can probably understand a lot of the rough like family stuff. Like
Oh
that's
yeah.
so. I'm not going to. But you have a young son,
Mm-hmm.
and what's that like? Like, let me see if I can figure out how to ask this question. Like for me, I think my job is probably, quote unquote normal. Um, for me to go to work, like 8 to 5, if you will, and come home. Your hours got to just vary and be crap, right?
Yeah, so I work 48 hours on and then 96 hours off. So I have 4 days off after.
Oh, well, that's
So
nice.
it's super nice. You get 4 days like home.
Yeah.
Like you don't have anything scheduled. Like that's just your time
Hmm.
off. But the 2 days on can suck. And everything always happens at home when you're on
Right.
shift.
When you're out. Yeah.
So like,
Right.
you can't come home, but you kind of like, especially when I first went back to shift after we had him, it was kind of like had to like turn it off. Like I can't come home.
Right. Yeah.
So like I can't think about that. Like you know
Oh
what I mean?
man.
Like
Oh yeah. That's Oh yeah. That's reverse.
because
Huh.
I can't come home. Like unless
Yeah.
it's like emergency, like I
Yeah.
can probably come
You got
home.
a good support system though.
Yeah.
Like, that's good. That
Yeah.
helps. The support system is always.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I never thought about that. Huh.
Yeah,
That's
it was
pretty
definitely
fun.
a change for sure.
I'm sure. Wow. So you've been 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so when did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school in 2018.
2018.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow, you are young, aren't you? Good
Yep.
for you.
25.
Yeah, man. And you were into sports when you were in high school.
Yeah, I played football and baseball.
That's good. So do you have any, are you still into sports today?
I don't really play any. Like
Do you watch?
I watch a little bit. Yeah, I don't really watch that much sports anymore though.
Yeah, see,
Like
I
I
don't
try
either.
to, but like I just end up like forgetting about it. Like
Yeah.
man, I wish I watched it. But I started playing fantasy football last year,
Okay.
so like that got me back into it.
Are you competitive?
Yeah,
Are
and
you?
because the guys at work they started they have always done it, and they invited me last year, and they're like, yeah, it's $200 buy-in. I'm like, I gotta start
Dang.
paying attention.
Yeah,
So
you're going to have to pay attention for that one, yeah.
yeah, so they really like I started watching a lot of football. And I was actually doing my fantasy football draft while we were at the hospital having him last year.
Shut up, serious? Oh,
Yeah.
that's hysterical. That's funny. That's
I got all my
awesome.
picks and I didn't miss anything. So
that's awesome. That's funny. We yeah. Oh my gosh. So how'd you do in fantasy football? I mean, it's random, but
I got top 10.
Did you really?
Out of 12.
Good for you. All right. Well, all right.
I mean,
that's fine.
But
that's
yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
Yeah.
It was fun though. It was fun though.
All right,
for sure.
My buddy texts me every year and this is fantasy basketball. I don't pay attention to anybody that's good anymore in any sport.
Yeah.
Like I tried and it's too much.
Man. It makes it more fun watching though.
It does.
You can watch like all the games.
Yeah.
Right. Like teams you don't even like,
yep.
They have a player on there, so you're like rooting for it. It makes it a little bit more fun.
But you know what's funny? I still don't care who wins. Yeah. I stopped caring about who wins, and I was telling a couple of my friends this. Like when I play golf, like I keep score for that hole, and then I just move on.
Yeah,
and I enjoy the game so much more now. Like, well, when I was younger and I used to golf, I'm not gonna say I was pretty good, but you know, my handicap wasn't embarrassing at least.
Yeah.
And the older I got, like the worse my swing got, and like you know, injury after injury or whatever. And I was like, what the heck? Like, and then it just got into my head, and then my score just kept going up and up. I'm like, this is bullshit. And so I just stopped counting, and my score started coming down. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. The less I carry during golf, the better I do.
Right.
Like if I start carrying, it just goes downhill.
Yeah. Everything's really crap after that. That's pretty funny. All right. So I have some questions here for you. All right. What's the coolest vehicle? Now, can you drive? Okay. What's the coolest one you've driven? You have to explain what it is. Like,
so the coolest one I've driven, I've only driven it barely because it's not in service anymore.
Okay.
It was kind of when I first came on, they had it, but it's called a tiller. So it's our ladder truck.
Is that the one where the back like?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's the coolest thing. So it's a 100-foot stick or ladder that goes up.
Dude,
but it's basically like a semi front end. And then the trailer is like, it's got boxes on the side of it and the ladder on top of it.
Right.
And then, so there's an engineer in the front that drives and the engineer in the back that steers it. That one's so much fun.
Did you steer the back?
I did.
How was that?
It's So like you get used to it, right? Because it's opposite. It's like once you start getting used to it, and you're like, okay, I got this, and then you stop thinking about it, and then you go back to normal,
back
and
to
then
normal.
like the trailer starts sliding
Muscle
around.
memory,
like,
yeah.
and there's no brakes back there. That's the scary part too.
Oh,
so
sure.
you just steer. So you're like hitting, going like this, and you're
oh
like
my
stopping.
gosh!
But
that's wild.
It's pretty cool.
How long does it take you to learn to drive something like that?
So it was kind of like hey, you want to drive? I was like,
well, yeah.
They're like, all right, get in the back. So I got in the back, and we drove around the parking lot, and then we actually ended up popping a call. So
really,
they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah.
Like, here we go.
Here we go. I guess like kind of like fly by the seat of your pants. But,
that's awesome.
Yeah, no, that one was a lot of fun. And then
that's really fun.
So I have my MOVA book. Like I'm engineer qualified. I'm not an engineer.
Okay.
But like I can move up in the position if like an engineer calls out.
Yeah.
And I got certified on our new ladder, which is like it's not a tiller, but it's a 100-foot stick, and it's a double axle ladder. It's a beast.
Wow.
So I got to drive
huge.
that a few times. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a big truck, and it's pretty quick.
100? Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's another one of my questions was technology. So technology's had to come quite a bit, right? I would assume.
Oh yeah. So like the new ladder, I have a picture of it.
Oh, cool.
But the new ladder is actually really cool. It has cameras all the way around it because it's.
Is this something I can YouTube?
Yeah.
Here, hold on. So let me.
Or on Instagram, if you got it.
I wonder if I have Instagram on here. I used to.
But that is the new ladder.
Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. So what am I looking up?
Look up Buckeye Fire Department.
Okay, hold on. I'm never on my computer on Instagram. I'm always on my phone. So.
Yeah, I've never seen it on a computer like that.
You said Buckeye Fire Department?
Yeah.
And for anybody listening, I appreciate you guys being cool. And
should be that first one.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. I like the dog. Okay. And it's cool if this is public. I suppose I can share it, right?
Yeah, yeah. This is the public page. So.
Hold on, let me make this bigger, and then I'll share what I'm doing. That way the audience can kind of... And by the way, I don't even know who listens to my show. I know a few people.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I know quite a few people. I get pretty decent feedback.
That's cool. Yeah, you can see how many people view it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I never look at that though. Vanessa and Jada Bell, they're like, how many people are watching? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, here you go. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, and if people share it and they're like, hey, yeah, great. And if people don't, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just really enjoy talking to people. Like there's a lot of people I have coming up, but okay.
So actually that fire one right there, that was me yesterday morning. That one you're clicking on?
This one?
Yeah.
This was you yesterday morning?
Yeah. So that's me.
Are you spraying?
Yeah.
No kidding. Good for you, man.
Maybe not.
Are you holding?
No, that's not it.
No.
Nope.
No.
Never mind. I'm not that cool.
No. I tell you that was okay. How do I shut off? See? Again, I have no idea how to. That's hysterical. I'll just go like that. How's that? How do I minimize this thing? No, I don't want to report. Oh, I'll just keep going. Oh, yeah, there you are, I think.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no. I lost my...
I think you minimize that one in the top corner, I think.
Yeah, this one sucks. I don't know how to minimize that one. Quite honestly, it's the most obnoxious thing.
Oh, they're not.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's go back to that because I'm still sharing that, so that'll work.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so let me close out of that. All right. That's kind of a neat picture. So your 100-foot ladder's on here? Or your 100-foot truck is on here?
Yeah. So it's not 100-foot long, the ladder.
Like right. Yeah.
It should be coming up. There it is.
Holy smokes, look at that. Oh, I lost it. Or no, this is still it, isn't it? Yeah, this is the post. Dude, that's a big truck.
Yeah.
How long does that take you to learn?
Um,
That's pretty wild.
about a day.
Shut up, really?
A few hours, yeah. Go through like a course, and then you do like over the road, and then they teach you how to put the stick up and move it and everything like that.
Interesting. So what's the okay? So it takes you a day. Is it automatic?
Yeah, yeah, they're all automatic. There's
They
no
all
manual.
now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume because I think even semis are coming out like automatic these days.
Yeah, none of them are manual, which would suck if they were. I'm glad they're
Didn't
not.
they? I think they used to be.
They used to be like it was a long time ago though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. So they're lighter though. You said. Or they're faster. They're faster.
They are. Yeah, they're pretty quick.
They still use like whatever diesel engine though.
Yeah, the big Cummins engine.
Yeah.
They're pretty quick.
But I mean technology
for their size, like it's pretty impressive.
I would assume, yeah. You ever been up on the 100-foot ladder?
Oh, yeah.
All the way up?
All the way up. Yeah.
Where do you use that? Like, what's the?
So it has like so many different options, right? Like you go to the roof, obviously, or the top of it has.
Yeah, because you got to like spray over whatever. Okay.
Yeah, or if you go on the roof, so like the ladder goes on roofs and cuts roofs to ventilate for like fires and stuff.
Oh, sure. Right.
All kinds of stuff. Like you can rappel off of it. Like they do so much stuff with that ladder. It's pretty cool.
That's interesting.
And then in the academy they have, it's called, I'm going to say this wrong. It's arachnophobia day. Acrophobia.
Well, arachnophobia is spider.
Spider. Okay, I always get it wrong. So acrophobia. So like they put it straight up and you have to climb up. And
that's a height one, right?
Mm-hmm, they put a belt on you and they tie it off to your sternum and then you just have to like lean back, it's pretty fun. And I'm not afraid of heights though, so
right,
really bother me.
But. See, I'm not either. And you trust your gear, I would assume at that, yeah.
And like with technical rescue, like we go off like built like really high buildings.
What's the highest one you like have? You've been called to something where you've had to use that before?
They're really rare. I haven't been called to it. I've done it in training.
Okay, so highest in training?
100, 150 probably up in the air. So I've rappelled off.
So you're rappelling down.
Papago was really cool. And then we did a South Mountain day. We rappelled off South Mountain, which is really, really high up. That was interesting. Cool. That was super cool.
Wow. How long does something like that take?
What's that?
So you get called out and they're like, hey, this is the type of rescue, or this is the type of, what do you call it, mission or assignment, or I don't know, whatever.
Technical rescue.
Sure. Okay.
They take a long time.
They do, right? Okay.
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's so many different ways to like do it and everyone's got a different idea. So like you got to come up with a plan of like what's going to work.
You have like 8 different people like, hey, what about this? And
so like in Buckeye, we're a little ways out from like the next closest technical rescue team. So like when we get there, we can kind of like, hey, let's do this and get everything set up.
Right.
And then they get there and like, hey, just help us out. But it takes a while.
And
a lot of times, like we can get to people we have a UTV, so we can get to people pretty close.
That helps.
And the helicopter will.
And you just like transfer gear, put it on the UTV, and off you go.
Mm-hmm. And then the helicopter you've probably seen the video in Phoenix for the lady spinning.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Yeah, so like that's something we do.
I mean, sorry for her, but
yeah, but that's something that we do. Like we'll put them in a seat.
You spin them?
Yeah, we spin them as fast as they can go. But yeah, that's the easiest way. You just put them in there and then
off you go.
They pick them up and they're good to go.
Yeah.
So you have to hike them out.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's interesting. Okay, did you see the guy sailing from Hawaii to Oregon, right? Seattle. I think he went from Seattle or something like that out to Hawaii, like sailing with Phoenix. I think is I want him on the podcast, by the way. But I even reached out to him, but he's got like over 2 million followers now.
Yeah, he blew up fast.
Yeah, fast. I mean, it was so interesting, and he's like awkwardly, interestingly cool. But I always wondered, like, so he's sailing, like, if he has a Mayday call, like, is that Coast Guard or what? Like,
I think it'd be Coast Guard.
That'd be so interesting. Would you ever do Coast Guard?
I think it would be pretty cool.
It would, yeah.
I think it would be pretty cool. One of the guys that actually works for us used to be in the Coast Guard.
Really?
He's a boat driver.
Oh, that's got to be cool.
He's like some of the stuff. He's like, dude, that would be.
Hey, tell him if he ever wants to come on and talk to me. I'll talk to him. That'd be cool. That'd be really neat.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
That's cool.
It'd be a cool job for sure.
You're right.
Yeah, he was like up in Alaska. He was out in Oregon.
Oh man,
all kinds of stuff.
Man, Alaska would be so interesting to be a Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Man, cold and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'd move to Alaska. Vanessa would be really upset if we did. I'd be there by myself. I'd be like, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm cold, but it's good.
It'd be cool to see for sure. I want to go there at least once.
What's that?
It'd be cool to go. I'd like to go see
Alaska.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me see what other good questions I have for you. Let me see what we're at for time. Okay, we're only at 30. We're good. All right. Okay, electric vehicles, electric cars. They gave you training for it, right?
Yeah.
What's that like?
I mean,
just give me the details. I want to hear everything about it.
So we have training for it, right? But there's really not much we can do.
So you get a call. You're like, hey, we got this car on fire. It's fill in the blank electric car. And does it matter?
Yes.
Like, does it matter if it's a Tesla versus Toyota or whatever?
Just if it's an electric car.
Okay, right. Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter like brand or anything like that, because the big thing is like once it gets,
they all use the same poison.
Yeah, like once it gets into the batteries, it's called like thermal runaway. And
thermal runaway or thermal runaway.
So like it has like individual little like lithium ion batteries,
right.
Like thousands of them.
Right.
And if one pops, they just keep going.
Oh.
And so like you can put them out, and then they'll just pop randomly, and it just keeps going
because the heat.
Mm-hmm. And the poison, like the smoke, is extremely, extremely bad. Like we don't even go in the smoke anymore. So, like, right. All we do is just like shoot water from a long ways away
to try to control it, essentially.
And like there's not really a plan for them, because we're still like people are still trying to figure out what to do with them.
Well, you got to imagine the manufacturers are like trying to build a, like the box, like the airplane, black box or whatever.
Yeah.
Like something protect that shit better.
Yeah, and even if they had it, like if something happens, like we still don't know what to do with them.
Right.
Like right now, like some people will like bury him in sand for like months, because like it'll just keep catching on fire. You put it in.
Oh, the batteries. They'll bury the batteries in sand. Car. What? The front door?
They just drop the whole car in there and then just let go, or like drop it in water, because like days later and it can just catch on fire again.
Oh, because that's how the batteries are.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's some guys in Phoenix and Tempe, I think. They got the smoke super bad, so they end up having like heavy metals in their blood. Like it's super, super toxic. So like we don't even go anywhere near them.
Wow. They suck. It seems like this was not vetted out properly by people.
Yeah. So like because they didn't know like what would happen. And then now.
Okay. I call bullshit on that. I'm sorry. Right? Like listen, with what I do for a living, I do a lot of risk management. And one of my questions would be, hey, listen, if the car caught on fire, what's the outcome? I don't know. What started on fire? And you started on fire and the crap happens to the batteries. You're like, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is very bad. How should we fix it? Like, it's not complicated. Well, obviously it's complicated, but I mean, you want to remediate before you start putting that crap out there. And they're like,
and they're everywhere.
Hey, shit, there's fires everywhere now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Grief. Man, that's
it's interesting.
So your training is literally just try to contain it.
Pretty much, right? Like you don't want it to like go anywhere else. You just kind of keep it where it's at and just keep putting tons of water, like thousands of gallons.
Okay, do you have? And I don't want to call out any specific, but have you seen where people are like, no, leave my car alone? Like, do they give you pushback, or do they let you come in and do what you need to do?
Like if it's on fire?
Yeah.
I've never had anyone do pushback before.
Okay.
No.
I don't know. Like, no, leave my car alone. Let it. I don't know.
No. The ones that are like that are usually the people that like they'll set it on fire and leave.
Set it on fire and leave.
Yeah, or like people like stealing vehicles or things like that.
Oh yeah,
like
that makes sense.
Fire and then.
Oh, so this is very random. So I had it was a 2014 Juke or whatever, like it was an old car, right? And I used to use it as a commuter car when I worked way out. And I sold it a couple months ago for like $1,000 to one of these tow companies, you see?
Yeah.
And I got something in the mail, like a notification, like, hey, your car's been towed. I'm like, well, yeah, I know. So I call this number and they're like, and the guy's like, hello. I'm like, I got a notice that my car was towed. He's like, yeah. Well, I sold it, so I know it was towed. Why are you guys like, why am I getting this? And he's like, oh yeah, it was, what's your car? And I told him, he's like, oh yeah. DPS found it by the border. Like, shit. That's interesting. So somebody somehow stole the car from the tow company, or what did they do with it? Like, I don't
That's
know.
crazy.
Yeah, a little bit. I was like, all right.
I sold it to you. Like,
Yeah, yeah, but it was a different company that towed it from a different company that towed it from the one I sold it to.
huh?
Yeah, it was interesting. I was like, there's a little scam somewhere there.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, no, man, that's interesting about the electric cars, and I don't know. Do you guys get scared now, like nervous when you go out to, hey, there's a electric car fire? You're like, shoot, watch out for smoke,
Yeah, it's kind of like we
because
don't
you're
get
in full.
yeah,
Yeah,
like full thing. Like, but we just stay away. Like,
keep people away.
yeah, you're just like let it burn. Like,
Yeah, at that
it's not
point, yeah,
hurting anything, just burning. Like,
that's wild. Well, it is. I mean, it's letting it into there, but
yeah,
at least
but
like
like
not
it's
on.
not hurting anyone right
Right?
now. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So you're good to go. Man, that's crazy. All right. Yeah, electric car fire. That I definitely want to talk to you about. Training and certificates. What you have there? How many certificates do you have now, or train? Are they certifications or what are they?
yeah. So I'm so TRT,
A tier T is
they're
a.
technical rescue.
Oh, okay,
So technical rescue tech, and then I'm a paramedic as well.
that's cool.
Yeah. So that was probably one of the hardest ones.
The paramedic.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
I like it. It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. Like most of our calls, 90% is like EMS.
Huh.
So like you get to do more on those calls.
Yeah, I imagine.
So big.
Do you ride in the ambulance or
So
you're still in the truck?
yeah. So every fire truck, it's like 4 people. So every fire truck in the valley has to have at least 2 paramedics.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So every fire truck has 2 paramedics.
Does that mean that people in Phoenix are stupid and hurt themselves more?
I mean, there's a lot of people in Phoenix that do
a lot of dumb shit.
But so like some fire departments like Phoenix have their own ambulances.
Yeah.
Firefighters ride on them. But,
oh, right.
So like most of the calls though, so like call 911, a fire truck will just show up.
Yeah.
And then we'll evaluate.
Yeah, usually they have
what's going on, and then we'll call for an ambulance. Like they want to go to the hospital or like it's really bad. But like, hey, we need an ambulance right now.
Yeah, right.
Or like things like that. And then there's already a paramedic on the ambulance. And if it's really bad or patient's not stable, like we'll jump in the ambulance with them and go to the hospital.
Right.
And then the fire truck will meet us. Huh. Like the guys that are left on scene will take the truck to the hospital and pick
you up and whatnot.
So
that's interesting. I had a ambulance ride in the paramedic had to put a needle in me. And
yeah.
She did it as we were turning a corner, and I was like, that was impressive. Can you do that again? I was like, that was neat.
Yeah. It's definitely challenging, like doing that in the ambulance. Like,
oh, I'm sure.
You get it done, you figure it out, you like wait for a lull, and
then go.
And you shoot it.
That's pretty interesting.
Man. But that's fun though. Paramedic's fun for sure.
Yeah.
Get to do a lot of stuff. It's a pretty big scope.
So, okay. You get called for a heart attack, you can handle at least enough of it, obviously, to try to stabilize them and everything.
Yeah. So we can do a lot of stuff. So like heart attack, like we give medication, we give an IV,
and you can shock them.
Mm-hmm. So we have a cardiac monitor, so we can defibrillate. We can
defibrillate. That's
called syncardioverter. So like we can shock the heart to slow it down.
Yeah.
We can.
Sure.
Pace, which is like take over the heart. So basically, it sends like certain electrical beats at a certain time, and it'll beat the heart if it's going too slow.
For pacemaker,
it's basically like an external pacemaker. It's like we can control like how fast, like you can set the beats per minute.
Shut the front door.
It's pretty crazy, and it works. It works pretty. So like someone's like if they have a low heart rate and their blood pressure is super low,
right?
So we'll throw pads on them and then start pacing. It's just little shocks,
and it calms them down a little bit. Or
usually, if we're pacing, they're unconscious.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So usually they're unconscious because their blood pressure is super low. So
right.
we can, if it's still not working, we can turn the heart rate up, like speed it up a little bit to like help stabilize them
and get them to the hospital and hopefully let them do whatever at that point.
So we'll give like fluids and then like epinephrine stuff to like spike everything.
Oh yeah, epinephrine. Huh. Wow, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool machine.
Yeah,
I use it all the time.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, I mean, because it can read heart rhythms too. So like,
okay, sure.
So like the squiggly lines,
yeah,
it's really fast squiggly lines. The
EKG,
so we can do like 12 leads and stuff, and we can diagnose a heart attack sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't show up on there, but
right.
a lot of times it will.
Huh.
So you can see it.
I had a scare last year where I was like, is this a heart attack or whatever? And I was like, I don't know. Like, could have been a panic attack for all I know. But I ended up going to the, what the heck was it called? I didn't go to the ER that night. Cause I was like, it would be getting worse at this point. Like, I feel like it would be getting worse. And I know I'm one of those dumbasses that probably waits too long anyways. So, go me. But it was like it was very weird. And it like kept coming back. And so I finally went to urgent care and they hooked up that 12 lead thing. And I don't remember. They said I had something. I cannot remember what it's called off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But it wasn't exactly life threatening. And it's not it wasn't a heart attack and all that. So I was like, okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
And they're like, you should get a heart specialist and, go talk to somebody who was like, okay. I'm like, thank you. Nice. So I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
I should, but no. Whatever. Wow. That's pretty fascinating though. Like all the heart saving stuff.
Like heart saving, like we have a ton of different drugs that we can give and pretty
right, I would assume, yeah.
Yeah. So like our job is just not long term, it's just stabilization.
And get it, transport them.
We get there. So
that's interesting.
And we have long transport, so it's a lot of work. Like
oh yeah, how far?
Depending like from certain stations, like anywhere from 40 to 30 minutes.
Holy smokes.
So like you're with them for a long
heck
time.
Of a drive.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then for certain hospitals, you have to go to certain places for certain patients.
You're right.
So
wait, what?
So like certain hospitals can accept certain things.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah, I got that.
Like standalone ERs, like small ones, they're not like a hospital.
I thought you were like insurance. I'm like, what?
No, we don't even talk about that. We don't even worry about it. But then you have like pediatric hospitals for kids and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Burn Center is going to be downtown, so you got to go all the way downtown.
St. Joe's or whatever it is, or
County.
St. Thomas or
County's the burn center, so we go there for burns. If it's really bad, we use a helicopter to fly them there because it's a long ways.
My sister did. She was the ICU at. I can't remember now. They got like all the accidents there.
St. Joe's or
maybe the one. Yeah. Anyways,
that's cool.
Yeah, she did. She did OR for a long time. Like she did everything in OR. Like everything. Like she could tell you for days all the surgeries. But her ICU, that was interesting. And but I don't know. It's certainly a career that I don't think I ever would have wanted to work in a hospital. But working as a firefighter, EMT, paramedic, I think that would have been cool. That would have been enough.
It's definitely more fun in the field for sure.
Yeah.
Because you have your protocols, but you are the one that makes the decision.
Yeah.
And like you're outside. Like when you go to school, you have to go in the hospital, but that's just for school. You have to get like clinical hours, but after that, you're done.
What would you be if you weren't a firefighter?
I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea. I mean, that's what I kind of always wanted to do, and I started like testing for it at a really young age, so I didn't.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think ever since I knew you, I think that was kind of like where you were going.
Yeah.
And I've known you for quite a while now, so
that was the goal. So
that's good.
So I was hoping for. I didn't. Have a plan.
Do you have a basic plan for where you want your career to kind of get to?
Kind of. I mean, somewhat. We're growing a lot, so definitely up.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Captain probably would be the position that I'd like to be.
Eventually,
stay there for a long time. So like it goes firefighter, engineer, and then captain.
Yeah,
captain would be.
I think so.
Eventually, one day.
And I think you have good leadership qualities too. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but to be a captain, you probably want to be a good leader and
and more experience. Like you want to be
that's for sure.
On the truck, so like
you
want to wait a little bit.
Yeah, when there's questions, you don't want to be going, I don't know. Ask him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea. I'm just as confused as you are right now. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You imagine the first electric car fire? They're like, shit, I'm not sure on this one.
Yeah, like wet stuff on the red stuff. Let's do it.
Yeah, about I don't know, 10 years ago, I thought about going for emergency management. Yeah, emergency management. essentially with that, you kind of, and there's a lot of different things, but where I saw it was take like a big incident. You kind of analyze it, look for gaps, like what went well, what didn't go well, and you basically kind of,
that'd be cool.
I would assume file whatever report or talk about it and present it and the whole thing.
Yeah, like get the 1,000-yard view and like what you would actually do. That would be cool.
Yeah, I did a report. There was a train accident in Rockford, Illinois, and it was a pretty big like train crash or whatever. And so I found the report and everything that the incident commander filed, and it was really cool. I was like, it was neat.
That's probably a really big report.
Yeah, it was incredible. But you could see the times where they got a hold of like the variety of. So I think it went 911, and then like after they realized how big it was going to be, that's where they got the incident commander to come on, and they're the ones that like start directing everything. That was pretty neat.
Yeah,
but
that's got to be huge. That's next level.
Right? Yeah, that's something. So I tried to do, instead of going that route, because I was already so far in my career, I was like, maybe I'll just see what I can do with what I'm doing now to come anywhere close to something interesting.
Yeah.
But
nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I did conduct management for a while. It was all right.
Yeah.
Nah. Conduct management. I was the eye in the sky. That was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I mean, it was fine. It was fun. Like I learned a lot about, bank fraud and everything like that. Like you imagine all the really bad crap that internal like employees do. Yeah. I looked at a lot of that stuff.
Find all the dirt on everyone.
Yeah, really. Yeah, really. Because we looked at a lot of controls and everything like that. Like from, I think I was telling about it last week, but so when we started working from home, like full time during COVID, people would just, their mouse, and then they'd move it occasionally, and then they'd do it again. That way their monitor wouldn't go to sleep or whatever. They'd show away. And on Amazon, there's this like, I feel dumb saying it too, but there's this like thing that you can put your mouse on, and it makes it. Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're spending a lot of time creating a way for people to commit fraud. Good job. Like,
it's a lot of work just to do it.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, well just put some of that intelligence towards something to help.
Channel that.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. It's interesting though. I don't know. Okay. What were your favorite movies growing up? And there's a weird transition, but I think I'm going to connect it in my head. It's going to connect.
It's going to connect. I always liked Step Brothers. It's probably one of my favorites.
Okay. That's a funny movie. That's a really funny movie.
I can't even think now. So Step Brothers. Lost.
Did you watch a lot of movies or TV?
Mm-hmm.
Or what's a good TV show?
I'm drawing blanks.
Let me see. So you're 25.
I grew up watching the History Channel. Believe it or not,
Did you really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I liked it.
That's random.
Like Modern Marvels was like when I was a kid.
No Loved shit. It. Did your dad watch it?
A little bit, yeah. He was watching Ancient Aliens.
See, Ancient Aliens is a good one. Yeah, I like Ancient Aliens.
I think he would watch it, but he always fell asleep while he watched it. He just put it
on. I'm probably never going to come back and connect that because now we started talking about this. But okay, Ancient Aliens. Are you an alien person?
Not really. I don't watch it. I don't watch it.
I do. Well, I don't watch it. I've watched it.
Yeah.
But I do. I believe in aliens, I think.
There's got to be something out there for sure. There's got to be at least.
And I think, I'll tell you what, for any of the audience listening, and I'm really off screen, sorry. It's the Grant Show. No, so I love a good conspiracy. And I want to talk about the pyramids. You've heard about that, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'll tell you about that in a minute then. All right. So, but aliens, here's what I think. I think it was last week. I don't remember what news I saw it on, but whatever, I'm scrolling and whatever. And one of the big news, whether it be Fox, NBC, CNN, whoever, they basically showed somebody captured video of essentially a UFO. And they're like, nobody can explain what this is. Well, of course, it's a UFO. That's why it's called that. And there was an article and they showed the video and everything. I'm like, oh, you're actually playing it like on national news. Like, okay. So, and my theory is that they're going to just keep dropping more videos and then they'll make more evidence like, oh, look, oh, and we found this. That way people just become used to it.
So it just comes out.
So, yeah. And it just slowly comes
not
out.
A hard drop. Just,
yeah, no, not a
hey,
hard drop. You don't want to scare the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
Men in Black said it best. People as a whole panic.
Yeah.
Individuals can think and wait. So
I can see that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's a good theory for sure.
Yeah. Now, what was the other thing I was going to ask you about? Oh, the pyramids. So I don't know what kind of scan it was. It was this.
Oh, is it where they're like
the columns below it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It screws up everything you ever learned in science, or not science, kind of science, but like, when you learn about Egypt and everything, right?
Yeah.
Kind of messes it up a lot. But in my mind, I'm like, well, I watched Fifth Element. I'm not surprised by that at all. Like, but yeah, I can totally see it. Like, okay, what's next?
Yeah,
like,
nice.
I'd like to see it, but I'm not surprised by it.
Yeah.
Oh, you found something new under that? Okay. What'd you find in the ocean? Like,
that's another thing too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to have Jerry on, but I asked that last week about soft shoes. Like, do some submariners, do they wear soft shoes? Because they have to go quiet, right? They have to, right?
Yeah.
You would think so. Like, because if you have to walk somewhere, like, oh, hey, I need you to push that button, you walk to it, you have to be quiet.
Yeah.
So, anyways, if anybody knows submariner, I'd love to talk to them. But Jerry is probably going to be able to answer the question.
I'm sure Jerry could.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Now, I asked about your favorite movies. So my other theory is I think movies, I don't think they're predicting the future. Maybe they are. I don't know. Like if you ever watch The Simpsons.
The Simpsons
like,
predict everything.
Everything, dude. They predict flipping everything. But for movies, I can go through a list of movies. I can tell you like how, like the early stages of what seems to be happening and like how they got to that idea with the movie is happening right now. And I'm like, are we writing what we want to happen? And people are like, that looks cool. Let's do that. Yeah. I'm going to make it happen. Like, I don't know. That's.
Or like all the, like during the Cold War, like all the Cold War movies that came out, like during it.
You're fueling the fire.
All the panic and stuff like that. Like,
yeah. Hey, you're fueling the fire with our enemies. Maybe just calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
let's not make it worse.
Hey, you know what? Let's have a cup of tea or a beer or something and, relax. Let's chill out. I don't know. So what's a normal week look like for you?
So right now it's kind of changed.
Oh, you can take a drink. Go ahead.
Very good.
Yeah.
So right now it's kind of changed. So like I go to work, be gone for 2 days. I'll come home, probably have like a day off and just hang out at home with family. And then right now I'm a recruit training mentor. So I go down to the academy.
A recruit training mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I go down to the academy like twice a week. The goal, like do a couple 10-hour days. And because we have 9 guys in there right now in the academy. So
new recruits, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So I try to go down there and just try to help them out. Like try to
answer questions or navigate. Yeah. Sure.
So it's something I kind of always wanted to do, and it's fun. I like to mentor.
And,
like what made me successful. Like I'm still early in my career, but like what helped me in the beginning stages and kind of help them transition and get through it. Because like 14 weeks is like feels like forever when you're in it. Yeah. Okay, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Like it gets better.
What's your big advice for somebody thinking of going into it? Like, can they shadow you guys?
Yeah, like we do ride-alongs and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like we get people that come out a lot, and then they'll ride along. We'll help them with like interview prep because the interview is the hardest part of like getting hired. So you do like multiple like board interviews and stuff. So
let's say I don't want to be a firefighter when I grow up anymore, but I just want to come and hang out with you guys for a ride-along. Could I do that?
Yeah, we do like schedule ride-alongs.
Do you really?
They filter them through like our admin usually, and then they'll schedule it with the crew, and then you can come out and ride. Huh. Yeah.
I mean, obviously you have to pass background checks and all that crap, I imagine.
No, we don't
Just
do background.
say yes. Let's.
Yeah, we do background
absolutely.
checks.
There you go.
But
Absolutely.
we don't. We really don't. We just get anyone that signs up for it. But
you're gonna have a druggie come up. Can I do a ride along? Talk to our admin right over there.
Yeah, go down there. They'll tell you yes or no. Our chief will tell you yes or no. But the biggest thing is like you gotta like you get what you put. Like you get how do I say that? Like what you put into is what you get out of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
right.
It's a grind. Like especially when you're trying to get into it. Like you gotta put your head down. It's a lot of work. But like all the hard work that you put into it, like the results is paramount.
Pays off.
It pays off big time. And like when you're trying to get hired, like you want to network and like get to know everyone because like a lot of people think like you just have to answer the question good, but really it's like you're applying to be a roommate because we live with you.
Yeah, that's true.
I need to know you can do your job and you're physically fit, but I want to be like sit down, like hang out with you, live with you. Like,
do you guys have separate quarters for men, women? How does that work?
So everyone has their own room.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
Everyone has their own room. We don't have like bunk beds or anything like that.
That's too bad.
Some stations do, but we don't.
You could be bunk bed buddies.
I know. We talk about building them at work all the time.
See, you should,
but we don't.
I think it's a good idea. You know, our church does. They build beds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get you a bunk bed.
Well, so our beds can be bunk beds, but we're not allowed to make them bunk beds. We've tried.
That sucks. Do you have the pole and everything there?
Mm-hmm. So our station that I'm at, it's in Verado. It's the only station in Buckeye that has a pole.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only.
That's awesome.
Only 2-story station that we have.
Do people bring you cookies and treats and everything?
A lot.
You've got to be shitting me.
All the time. Especially in Verado. We get it all the time. We get donuts and stuff. It's hard not to eat them because like we get them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll do like at our station too. We do raffle dinners for like charity.
Oh, okay.
So like the Rotary Club will put it out there, and then people bid on it, and then like a family or a group of friends come, and then we cook dinner, and they get to hang out at the station.
No kidding.
It's pretty fun.
That's good. That's good community like building.
Yeah. So then all the money goes to charity, and then we cook a big old meal.
What do you guys make?
My engineer is like it's like a chef. Like I can cook. Like last time we did it,
He's a good cook.
Oh,
okay,
fantastic. We made ribeyes.
What's his name?
Tony Milano.
Tony. Shout out to Tony.
Tony. He can cook. So he did. We helped. We were sous chefs, but he made ribeye steaks. We did like super super good mashed potatoes. We did onions and bacon wrapped asparagus.
Oh yeah.
Mushrooms, and then we did like bacon wrapped carrots. It was pretty legit.
That's interesting.
It was a really good dinner.
Wow.
We don't eat that good every day. They come like, you guys eat like this all the time? Like, oh yeah, totally.
No, not even a tiny little bit. No. What do you guys normally eat like?
Kind of depends. Like we like to. He likes to cook, so he does bigger meals. But most of the time, it's easy, quick stuff.
Yeah,
like taco salad's big staple.
Do you bring your own meals? You guys just kind of pitch in
so we'll pitch in and then we go shop. So
right.
We'll go to the store, pick out what we want for 2 days, and then.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And then everyone pitches in and we all cook together.
So what's a normal day at the house look like for you? You call it a firehouse? What do you call it?
Station.
Station. Okay,
so
at the station.
We get there, so shift changes at 8.
Okay.
So I usually get there an hour to 30 minutes early. So you get there, you like talk to the crew, like what happened before, like drink a cup of coffee.
Right.
And then you go out, check off the truck, put your gear on the truck, check off all your equipment.
Right.
And you check the schedule, like what you got going on for the day. So like we do a lot of training. So like we have training scheduled or online training.
Oh, okay.
And then try to shop, work out,
clean,
and then run calls in between. Sometimes that's all we do is just run calls, and that's what we're there for.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't get calls. It's kind of hit or miss day. Like sometimes you get there and you don't run a lot of calls, and some days like you run around
just all day long. Yeah,
your head cut off. Like it's crazy
wild.
Days. And those are the fun days though, because like next thing you know, you look at your phone, you're like, oh my god, it's like 8:00 at night.
Yeah,
I haven't sat down all day. It's crazy.
Huh. That's kind of neat though. I mean, that's fun.
It's fun.
Have you ever had to? I'm not trying to bring it down or anything, but have you ever had to go to a funeral for a fallen?
Yeah, I have not one of ours, thankfully, but actually.
I like the knock on wood. That was nice. I saw that.
A Glendale guy. I've been to one for a Glendale guy, and Cancer is a big thing in the fire service. So like a lot of guys get cancer.
Yeah.
It's occupational cancer. So like our turnout gear and all like the carcinogens, smoke, it's like higher risk for cancer and stuff. So there's a lot of.
Is the gear getting better, you think?
I think so. They're always trying to change stuff like the absorption and everything like that. But the exposure is like after, right? Like
you
gotta clean it and like you take your stuff off and then it gets on your skin and like, so we have a decon procedure. Like we have 2 sets of turnouts. So like we'll go on a fire and it gets all dirty.
Right.
So we'll bag it up and then we'll swap into our clean, fresh gear and then we'll clean
it,
our gear, and we call it extractor.
How do you clean it?
So like
all that crap off it.
So there's a shell to the turnouts, and then there's the inside. So you take them apart, you throw them into it's just basically a big wash machine.
Yeah.
And then we have like a certain chemical that goes in it that helps pull the stuff out.
Kind of takes it out. Yeah. Huh. Wow. All the stuff you never really. I mean, if you take time to think about it, you could probably.
Yeah.
Like I would probably figure it out, but.
Like a fire is usually pretty quick. And then after like cleaning everything takes a long time to clean everything up. But we don't get them a lot, so they are a lot of fun.
So you ever go to? I assume you put out big fires.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's like example of like the really great big fire that you fought? Because my cousin used to tell me about barn fires back in Wisconsin. She's like, "Oh my gosh, a barn fire!" I'm like, I mean, I don't think it's something to be excited about. She's like, so much fun to put out, and I'm like, okay, so I guess that's fair.
The big fires are fun, but you don't get to go inside. Like you kind of sit from the outside. The fun ones, like most people would agree, is like the ones you get to go inside. Like, it's sad when it's someone's house.
Sure, yeah.
You want to be the one that gets to do it,
right? Yeah, that makes sense.
So like those are the most fun. Like getting to go interior on a house fire. That's like
interesting.
Gets the blood flowing. Like that's the most fun. Like,
you got to break something down or whatever.
Yeah, like you'd be like 3:00 in the morning. You get dispatched, and then you're running to the truck.
Yeah,
and then you're pulling up and you see a big old ball of fire, and then you get to go inside. It's like pitch black. It's hot. Yeah. You get to like sense. Oh, it's an adrenaline rush.
I was in first grade. I still remember I was at my friend's house, and it was January, and we're crawling through the snow. It was a small town, and I heard the big fire siren go off. I'm like, oh, and I still remember my thought, oh, someone's having a fire. And my brother and I walked home a little while later, and there's fire, like, emergency services all around the house and everything. It was like, this is weird. And then my mom was in the Cadillac across the street, and she, hey, come on over. And our house went up. I was like, oh, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Christmas tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dried out. And the bulbs back then, they were like
yeah.
So just heated up the Christmas tree.
That sucks. Oh, good.
Yeah, it happens. You move on. And
we don't hope.
We got looted. Everything got looted.
Really?
That was great.
Oh,
yeah, even in a small town, looting happens. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you got to imagine, like everything was fire damage, but all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Just to add to it, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
terrible.
Right. That was. Yeah, that was one of our fires, but
we don't hope for them, but like
right.
You want to be there when it happens, for sure.
Yeah, and actually be the one going and fight it and put it out. Mm-hmm. Do you still get to do that?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
So I'm just a firefighter, so I'm in the back seat. So paramedic and then firefighter, so I get to do all that. And then my station's a technical rescue station.
Okay.
So we have a support truck. It's like a F-350 with all of our technical rescue gear.
Oh, yeah,
and then
right.
It has the UTV on a trailer. So we get to do all that stuff.
Do you guys get training for, I don't know, like, let's say, like, terrorist, something bad happens or whatever. Like, you guys are probably on some type of a, hey, here's whatever warning or, like, so, like the early messaging, like, hey, this is happening right now, right? I would assume.
Somewhat. Like, we respond to them, right? But, we have like guys they call them TLOs, so they're in charge of like talking to PD, and then if they need us, they fill us in.
That's where they
like
fill
if
you in
and stuff. They don't tell us.
Right, yeah.
But like we on the truck, which is I think it's crazy that we even have them. We have bulletproof vests and then bulletproof helmets.
Well, yeah, especially where we're at, yeah.
Yeah, so like
that's good. That's just good.
So we train for
common
like
sense, but
mass shootings and stuff. Like we stack in with PD and like go in like warm zones and
Oh, interesting. And you trained for that?
Mm-hmm.
So you're training with the PD at that point?
Yeah. So like,
Huh.
if it's like there's not a shooter there, but there's still a shooter,
Yeah.
we'll have like the 4 of us and then a PD officer behind and in front, and like we'll go and then start triaging people,
Right.
and then taking them out. And then,
that's wild. Good for you, man. Good for you.
I haven't got to.
Well, but I mean,
not,
but I mean, still, like you're trained for it and you're ready for it if
yeah,
the need happens. Huh. That's awesome.
we have a big scope.
I mean, it's not awesome, but I mean,
it's
good that you have that.
we get so much training, but like we don't use a lot of it, but like we're always ready for it.
Right. How do you keep it fresh? Like,
this,
or do you just kind of fall back into it? Like, a lot of the training may be similar and variances, or
they do like refresher training a lot.
Okay.
So like every day we do a lot of training. Like we do like CEs. So like they'll have EMS CEs or fire trainings, or like we do like mass shooting drills, like not very often, but
right. And do you guys all take it seriously?
For the most part.
For the most part. I mean,
for like a mass shooting one, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all pretty serious. Like try to get what you can out of it. So
makes sense.
But most of what we do is EMS. Like we love the fire. We train a lot for the fire.
Yeah.
Because it's low frequency but high risk. We don't do it a lot.
Yeah,
but
that's
like
true.
When we do get it, it's like it's a big deal. So like, you got to perform. But EMS, we get a lot of repetition in it because we do it all the time.
Who gets most fires? Like, obviously, probably not you guys. Like Phoenix or
Phoenix gets a lot. But Phoenix is so big. So like the like Maryville, they get a lot of fires down there.
Oh yeah, why?
We go through waves. Like Buckeye gets quite a few fires, and then comes in waves almost.
Really,
we'll get a lot, and then
does it go by like season, like summer, drier and crap, or
somewhat. I mean, I feel like in summer we get quite a bit, but it's for fires it's kind of random. But like when it comes to like wildland stuff, summer is big for wildland.
Yeah,
everything dries out, desert catches on fire.
That's true.
Those are not fun.
Have you ever had to help out with wildfires like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we get them quite a bit. So like we have a river bottom out there, and then we have a lot of like called urban interface. So like there's a lot of houses, but there's desert that backs up.
What is it? Just like spraying, or?
Yeah, so it's like spraying, and then also it's like you're not even fighting it. So you do like fire lines.
Oh,
so
sure,
take,
like prevention at that point.
Yeah, you just like the fire's going this way. We're gonna go like a half mile in front of it. We're gonna dig like a 5-foot line, all the shrub,
try to cut it off
there, and it won't burn.
That makes sense.
It's like things like that because they're so big. Like
yeah, right.
1,000 acres. You're like, I'm not gonna put it out.
Yeah, no, you're gonna lose that battle.
Yeah, do something else.
Huh? That's kind of neat.
Yeah, those are a lot of work for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are hot.
That's kind of neat. All right, who's the most inspirational person that got you to this point so far in your life?
I would say probably my dad.
Yeah.
Right. I think my dad kind of instilled like the hard work ethic and like always showing up and like show up, follow up, and that's kind of where I got to this point. I learned a lot from him.
Okay.
So it's kind of where I got from. And then when I was younger, I worked on the farm. That's really what
you worked on the farm. Yeah.
That's what really taught me like hard work and like embracing the suck and like.
My sister asked me, she's like, I just want to like try a job, and she wants to drive a tractor. She's like, have you ever driven a tractor? I'm like, yes, I have. Like, I grew up in Wisconsin. Like, I don't know, like, and I had friends that had farm, like their families or grandparents or whatever had farms. So
that was the most fun job as a kid.
Yeah,
it was so much fun.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Trying to think what else. That may be it for now.
Here we got. Fire away.
All right. Last time you cried. I'm going to use some of the questions that somebody asked me.
Oh man, the last time I cried.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you a crier? Oh, hold on. Wait. Let me ask you a different question. Do you find yourself more emotional now that you're a dad?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say yeah. And like you sympathize more, like absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it is like to have kids until you have one.
Yeah,
I think
that's
the
true.
last time I cried like hard was when we had them, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, sure. There you go.
That was like emotion drop.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
You got any traveling coming up?
Um, Nothing soon. I think next year, me and Kenna are gonna try to go to Hawaii.
Oh,
It's gonna
good.
be our 9-year anniversary. It'd be our 10-year anniversary together and
Wow.
5 years married. So we're trying to do
Yeah.
something
By the way,
fun.
happy anniversary coming up.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you, thank
Yeah.
you.
Happy anniversary, Kenna. If you watch this. Um, yeah, you guys, I will tell you what, you guys had a great wedding.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love weddings.
That was a blast.
It was. You guys,
And like you could stay there. That was really
yeah,
fun. Like
right?
everyone
It just
stayed and just had a
hang
good
out.
time, and that's what we wanted. We just wanted a big party for everyone to hang
Yeah.
out and
I was up in Flagstaff and it was, well, yeah, I mean, ish, but yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
up in the trees. That's what we wanted. So
I love a good wedding. Do you go to any graduations this year or graduation parties or anything?
no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I didn't go to any.
There was like a gap. This year I knew quite a few people graduating.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool. It was nice just to, I mean, kind of see it. And then Jade Bell, like she's a freshman this next year, and I'm like, holy crap!
that's crazy.
Like, yeah, and man, it's I will tell you, it's absolutely wild with a stupidity I did with summer camps, and I totally take responsibility. And Vanessa's like, "This is smart. This is really smart," because we were putting our calendars together yesterday, and it was nuts. It was, or maybe it was Sunday. We were doing it on Sunday, just to see like, and I did it on purpose,
Yeah,
like because I didn't want the girls sitting around, and like I wanted them to stay active and busy and like get interested in things because
no, that's super awesome. Are they
yeah,
all gone at the same time?
kind of.
Yeah,
So I mean, different times in the day, but yeah.
that's
Or
cool.
Vanessa's going to be running all around the. I feel like an ass, but that is what it is.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, get some out and doing stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. All right, what was the other question I had? Sandwich. Let me hear your sandwich. What's your favorite sandwich? Wait, do you still eat sandwiches?
Yeah,
Okay, you're like, no, I don't eat carbs anymore. I don't eat
no,
bread, and that's
no,
fine
I
if you
love
don't.
sandwiches. Oh man, I like a good Philly cheesesteak.
Nice. We're going out
Good
to.
Philly, or like Italian beef with the what do they call it? Like the
Oh
jardiniere.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
my favorite. Like with a little
The
dip.
peppers. Do you dip?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
one of my
that's good.
favorites. Or like
Where do you go?
um, I like Jersey Mike's.
Oh,
Jersey
okay,
Mike's
yeah, they're
or
good.
Jimmy John's is good. We used to go to this place. It's called Dazzo's. It's on Glendale and Bethany.
Oh,
It was like right next to the farm. We used to always go there. But
oh
that was
yeah,
like
yeah.
that was like
Okay,
one of my
yeah.
favorite.
Interesting. Huh?
Right by Glendale High School.
Yeah, I never went
Or
there.
no.
We went to where the heck was it? Corleone's. They used to have a trailer over there. A couple. I don't know if they still do, but
Not really.
yeah, they were pretty good. But we're going out to Pennsylvania, but Philadelphia. I'm gonna get
Gotta
a
get
cheesesteak.
actual
I think I
cheesesteak.
have to. Yeah.
You have to.
I mean, yeah. If I don't sing, Jeff's gonna call me out on it. Do you sing?
I do not.
Why not?
I don't.
You don't. Wait, hold on. You don't sing to Kenna
No.
ever?
No.
Whatever. Okay, you're driving the car. What's your song? What's your music right now you listen to?
It's kind of a mix. So like, I'll listen to like rock,
Okay.
like a little bit older rock, like Day to Remember, stuff like that. And then I also listen to like 90s country. I like 90s country, and then like the newer stuff like
Yeah.
Cody Johnson,
Cody
Morgan
Johnson's
Wallen,
good. I like
stuff
Cody
like
Johnson.
that. Luke Combs. I like Luke Combs a lot.
Yeah, Luke Combs is fun.
And then I like Zach Top, the new one that came out. He's a little bit newer.
Who?
Zach Top.
I'll have to look him up.
He's good. He
Yeah.
kind of sounds like Alan Jackson a little bit.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very good.
Interesting.
You probably heard one of his songs, like the Sleep Like a Baby song,
Oh yeah.
or what's another one? Like I Never Lie. It's pretty good.
All right.
Was Jeff trying to get me to sing on here?
No. I typically apparently I sing almost every episode. Yeah, I don't even know why. Like when the girls were on, we were picking on each other and we were singing something. It was probably Moana or I don't know.
I'm not singing.
Somebody told me they're like the only song I would ever sing is Moana, like in karaoke. what can I say except you're welcome for the stars and the whatever. Yeah. I always thought that would be a funny one to do in karaoke.
It'd be a good one. You should do it next time.
I think so. Maybe. I'll have to practice it. That's a tough one because that goes fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta be ready for sure.
Yeah. You guys going camping this year at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys are good campers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a trailer? Or
yeah, we just bought a trailer. So
did you really?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
So we got it's a toy hauler.
Shut up.
Yeah, so we found one on Marketplace. So we just got it. I don't know.
You're not blowing a surprise for everybody, are you?
January. No.
Okay.
No.
I don't know.
No, so we got it in January. We haven't used it. We've used it once so far, but now it's getting warmer. We're gonna start going up north and stuff.
So you got a toy hauler. What are you gonna get?
I don't know. Yeah, we want to get like a razor or something like that, but
I don't blame you.
That's down the road. Yeah, for sure. Not right now, but just eventually. So we got that. So if we do end up getting something, we can.
That's cool.
Throw it in there. So
very cool.
Yeah. I'm excited for family camp this year.
Yeah, family camping. Yeah, he comes on family camping. Yeah, that's good. That's a good time.
Yeah,
a lot of people and a lot of dogs.
Yeah,
you guys still only got the one dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun. All right. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I probably have. I mean, I can ask you a whole lot of stuff about firefighting, but
yeah, whatever you got.
Hold on, let me see. Okay, so I have a question. As you said, you want to be like kind of captain eventually, right? So, assuming you have to stay in shape and everything like that, what is like the average career span in what you do?
So it's a minimum of 25 years. Then you can retire with a pension.
Okay.
After that, it kind of depends. Some guys will do. It used to be 20. Now it's 25.
Okay.
Some guys are 20 and out. Some guys will go a long time. So the longer you go, the more percentage of it you get of pension.
And you started young. Mm-hmm. Man, that's good. Good for you.
If I did 32 years, I'll be 53. 32.
That's not bad. Yeah.
32 years is like the max out you can get for your pension.
No kidding. Huh.
Who knows if I'll go that long?
Yeah.
If I want to do something different or
firefighter. Do you guys get is it easy to get injured in what you guys do?
Yeah, it is, and a lot of time,
kind of changes your career path at that point.
Yeah, and then you can go on light duty, and guys will be on light duty for a long time, and then they'll come back, or
sure,
or they medically retire, or whatever it is. But usually pretty good at getting the guys back.
I was saying how far or how long careers last, firefighting or my career, I could go years and years and years and be bored the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Or athletes. I think Aaron Rodgers I saw last week after, and I have no idea if this is true or not. It was just I don't think it was a news article I saw, but he may sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Really?
I'm like, nothing against Aaron Rodgers or anything. I'm still a fan of Aaron Rodgers. I like how he plays, and I liked how he plays.
Yeah.
I would say, hey, maybe it's time to retire. I don't know. And competing at that level, for young guys is hard enough. But he's got to be 40-ish?
Yeah. I think he's been doing it for over 20 years.
Yeah.
He's been doing it for a long time.
I mean, just the stress that's got to put on his body at that age. Yeah. Good grief. I don't know that I could do that.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long time. A lot of workouts,
right, yeah.
Be sore all the time.
You wonder if they still do the same types of workouts they did
there's no way he does.
10, 15 years ago?
No way.
He's like, you know what? I'm going to skip that one and I'm going to...
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that. No.
That's funny. That's pretty interesting. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I think that's... we'll stop there because I know we're over an hour or whatever. And I'm going to get you home to your family so you can go to... I think you're probably going to go to bed semi soon. I'm going to have you on again, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think you're awesome. Yeah. Oh, and tell the dude,
Blake? The
Coast Guard. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he ever wants to come hang out and talk for like an hour or whatever, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun to talk to him.
Yeah.
Like just the training and everything, like he did. Like,
he's got some good stories for sure.
Yeah. But Grant, I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's fun.
Yeah.